Osteoporosis. After 60, what you must know to stay strong, safe, and independent. Osteoporosis is often called the silent thief. It doesn't cause pain in its early stages. It doesn't show up in your day-to-day life until one small fall turns into a broken wrist, a fractured hip, or a long recovery that robs you of mobility and confidence. The truth is, bone loss begins quietly, and without attention, it accelerates rapidly after the age of 60, especially in women. But it is not inevitable, and it is not untreatable. Bones are living tissue. They respond to nutrition, to movement, to hormones, and to habits. You can't control everything, but what you do daily has a powerful effect on your skeletal strength. This video will guide you through 20 real strategies. No hype, no fear, just clear actions to protect your bones, improve balance, and reduce the risk of fractures as you age. Let's start with the basics. How to recognize early warning signs of osteoporosis before the first fall ever happens. Part 1. Early signs and risk factors. How to know your bones are in trouble. Osteoporosis doesn't wait until you feel weak. It starts long before. The first signs are subtle, but they're there if you know where to look. Early detection is the first step to protecting your future mobility. Here are 5 key signs and risk factors, and what you can do when they appear. 1. You're getting shorter, even by half an inch. Losing height may seem harmless, but even a small decrease can indicate compression fractures in your spine caused by weakened vertebrae. Shrinking bones are often the first visible sign of osteoporosis. What to do? Track your height once a year. Use the same method each time. Back to the wall. No shoes. If you notice a drop of 1/2 inch or more, speak with your doctor about bone density screening. Ask for a DEXA scan, a specialized X-ray that measures bone strength. It's painless, quick, and can detect osteoporosis before a fracture ever occurs. 2. You've had a fracture after a low-impact fall. If you've broken a bone after tripping on a rug or slipping in the bathroom, it's not just bad luck. Healthy bones should be able to withstand mild impact. A fracture from a minor fall is a major red flag. What to do? Keep a written record of past fractures, even small ones. Bring this to your next medical visit and ask, could this be osteoporosis? Request blood tests to check vitamin D, calcium, and parathyroid hormone levels, all critical in bone metabolism. Use fall prevention measures now, even if you feel steady. Non-slip shoes, grab bars in the bathroom, good lighting at night. 3. Your posture is changing, and you're leaning forward more. As osteoporosis progresses, the bones in your spine may begin to collapse slightly, leading to a forward-hunched posture called kyphosis. This not only affects appearance, but also breathing, balance, and digestion. What to do? Do daily posture checks. Back against the wall, shoulders down and back. Note any changes. Incorporate posture-correcting exercises such as wall angels, shoulder blade squeezes, and gentle back extensions. Even 5 minutes a day can make a difference. Avoid carrying heavy bags or slouching when reading or watching TV. This puts additional stress on the spine. 4. You're over 60, and especially if you're a woman. Bone density naturally declines with age, but women lose bone mass more rapidly after menopause due to reduced estrogen levels. By age 60, many women have already lost up to 20% of their bone strength, without knowing it. What to do? Don't wait for a fracture. If you're 60 or older, especially if you're postmenopausal, talk to your doctor about a bone health plan now. If you have a family history of osteoporosis, your risk is even higher. Mention this to your physician and request screening. 5. You've been on long-term medications that affect bone health. Some common medications, including steroids like prednisone, certain antidepressants, thyroid medications, and acid blockers, can accelerate bone loss over time. What to do? Review your medications annually with your healthcare provider. Ask directly, "Is this affecting my bones?" If you must remain on bone-impacting medication, discuss protective strategies such as supplements, lifestyle changes, or alternate drugs with fewer skeletal side effects. Part 2. Daily habits that strengthen bones and prevent fractures. After 60 strong bones don't come from one-time decisions. They're built and maintained through consistent, intentional habits. After 60, bone density naturally declines, but your daily routine can dramatically influence how fast that happens. Every step you take, every food you eat, every movement you make is either building your skeletal support or quietly weakening it. These 5 habits aren't difficult, but they are powerful. And when practiced daily, they help you stay upright, active, and independent. 1. Walk every day. Consistent impact keeps bones alive. Walking is one of the simplest and most effective ways to stimulate bone growth. Your bones respond to weight-bearing force, especially when applied regularly. The act of stepping sends signals through your hips, legs, and spine. Stay strong, stay dense. What to do? Aim for at least 30 minutes of walking daily. It doesn't have to be fast, just consistent. If needed, break it into 2 15-minute walks. Choose a variety of surfaces, some time on pavement, some on grass or a track, to stimulate different muscle groups and balance pathways. Use proper shoes with good arch support and shock absorption to protect your joints and spine. 2. Add strength training. Even light resistance builds bone density. While walking helps, you also need targeted resistance to stimulate bone-forming cells. Lifting weights or using resistance bands creates tiny stresses in your bones, and those stresses tell the body to rebuild stronger. What to do? Use light hand weights, resistance bands, or even bodyweight exercises like wall push-ups, squats, and step-ups. Focus on large muscle groups: legs, back, hips, and arms. These areas are most vulnerable to osteoporosis-related fractures. Train 2 to 3 times per week, allowing rest days in between. If you're new to strength training, consider a senior-friendly class or guidance from a physical therapist. 3. Practice balance training. Preventing falls protects your bones. It's not just bone loss that leads to fractures. It's falling. Improving your balance reduces your chance of falling, even if your bones are fragile. Balance is a skill that can be improved at any age. What to do? Do balance exercises daily. Stand on one leg while brushing your teeth. Walk heel to toe in a straight line. Or try gentle yoga or tai chi. Use furniture or walls for support if needed. The goal is consistency, not perfection. If you've already had a fall or feel unsteady, talk to your doctor about balance-focused physical therapy. Get 10 to 20 minutes of sunlight daily. It activates vitamin D. Vitamin D is essential for calcium absorption. Without it, your bones can't use the nutrients you give them. Sunlight is the most natural source, but many older adults avoid the sun or don't produce enough. What to do? Spend time outdoors with face, arms, or legs exposed to direct sunlight, without sunscreen, for 10 to 20 minutes a day, depending on your skin tone and location. If you live in a low-sun area, especially during winter, ask your doctor to test your vitamin D levels. Supplement if needed. Most adults over 60 require extra D3. Combine sunlight with walking or gardening for double benefit. Movement and vitamin activation. 5. Avoid prolonged sitting. Bones weaken without movement. Sitting for long periods tells your body that load-bearing isn't needed, and bones respond by slowing down renewal. Inactivity is one of the fastest ways to lose density, especially in the hips and spine. What to do? Stand up and move at least once every 30 to 60 minutes. Walk around, do light stretches, or stand while talking on the phone. Use a timer or wearable device to remind you to get up. Small movement breaks throughout the day have a bigger effect than a single workout. At home, place commonly used items, remote, book, water, farther from your seat, forcing micro-movements throughout the day. These habits may seem small, but their impact is massive over time. Bones adapt slowly but steadily. With each walk, each meal, each stretch, you're building a structure strong enough to carry you through the next decade. Don't wait until after the fall. Build your strength now and protect your independence later. If one of these habits stood out to you today, let us know in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell to keep learning how to live strong and safe after 60. Part 3. Eat for your bones. Nutrition that protects against osteoporosis. When it comes to bone strength, diet is more than calcium. Bones are dynamic. They constantly rebuild and repair, and the materials you provide through food determine whether that rebuilding happens properly. Without the right nutrients, bone loss speeds up. With the right ones, you support repair, density, and resilience. Forget fads and extreme diets. What your bones need is consistent, real food that provides the building blocks for structure and strength. Here are 5 nutrition principles to help protect your bones, one meal at a time. 1. Focus on calcium-rich foods. Daily, not occasionally. Calcium is the most well-known bone mineral, but many adults over 60 still don't get enough through diet. Supplements help, but the most effective absorption comes from real food, and it needs to be consumed regularly. What to do? Include calcium-rich options with every meal. Best sources include dairy, milk, yogurt, cheese, leafy greens, kale, bok choy, turnip greens, tofu, almonds, and fortified plant-based milks. Aim for about 1,200 milligrams of calcium per day from food and supplements combined, unless your doctor recommends more. If you take calcium supplements, split the dose in 2, morning and evening, for better absorption. 2. Pair calcium with vitamin D. One needs the other to work. You can eat all the calcium in the world, but without enough vitamin D, your body can't use it. Vitamin D helps transport calcium into your bones and regulates the hormones involved in bone repair. What to do? Get 10 to 20 minutes of sunlight daily on exposed skin, and eat vitamin D-rich foods such as salmon, mackerel, egg yolks, and fortified cereals or dairy. Most adults over 60 benefit from vitamin D3 supplements, typically 800 to 2,000 IU per day, but ask your doctor for a blood test before starting. If you're at high risk, little sun exposure, darker skin, obesity, supplementation is especially important. 3. Eat protein with every meal. It supports bone structure and healing. Protein makes up about 50% of bone volume. As we age, inadequate protein intake becomes a silent contributor to bone loss. The myth that protein leaches calcium has been disproven. In fact, low-protein diets increase fracture risk. What to do? Include 20 to 30 grams of high-quality protein per meal. Good sources: eggs, fish, poultry, Greek yogurt, legumes, lentils, nuts, and tofu. Distribute your protein evenly through the day. Don't save it all for dinner. Your bones and muscles need a steady supply. Combine protein with fruits and vegetables, which provide the alkaline minerals that help buffer bone metabolism. 4. Limit foods that steal calcium, especially soda, salt, and alcohol. Some foods actively reduce calcium levels in the body or interfere with bone formation. While you don't need to eliminate them completely, moderation is essential. What to do? Avoid cola drinks. Phosphoric acid in them may pull calcium from bones. Choose water, tea, or natural juices instead. Limit sodium. Too much salt increases calcium excretion through urine. Aim to stay under 2,300 milligrams per day and cook from scratch when possible. Drink alcohol in moderation. No more than 1 drink per day for women, 2 for men. Excess alcohol impairs vitamin D metabolism and slows bone repair. 5. Boost magnesium, vitamin K, and other bone-supportive nutrients. Bone health doesn't rely on calcium alone. Magnesium, vitamin K2, zinc, boron, and omega-3 fats all play roles in bone formation, mineralization, and inflammation control. What to do? Eat a diverse diet full of whole foods, nuts, especially almonds and cashews, seeds, pumpkin, sunflower, legumes, whole grains, avocados, and leafy greens. Include fermented foods like sauerkraut or kefir, natural sources of vitamin K2, which helps deposit calcium in bones, not arteries. Consider a high-quality multivitamin if your diet is limited, especially if you have digestive issues or dietary restrictions. You don't need a perfect diet to protect your bones. You need a consistent one. Every meal is a chance to give your skeleton what it needs to stay solid, flexible, and fracture-resistant. Start simple. 1 yogurt a day, more leafy greens, a handful of almonds instead of chips. Over time, small choices build a strong foundation, quite literally. If this gave you a new outlook on how to eat for bone health, like the video, share your favorite bone-friendly food in the comments, and subscribe for more real strategies for strong aging. Part 4. Staying mentally strong with osteoporosis. Confidence, safety, and movement without fear. Osteoporosis doesn't just affect your bones. It affects your confidence. It changes how you walk, how you move, how you feel in your own home. It can turn a simple staircase into something you hesitate to climb. And too often, that fear leads to something worse: inactivity, isolation, and even faster bone loss. But you're not powerless. Living with osteoporosis doesn't mean giving up. It means adapting, protecting, and growing stronger in new ways. It's about reshaping how you relate to your body, your space, and your daily routines. Here are 5 emotional and behavioral strategies that can help you live confidently and fully, even with fragile bones. 1. Don't stop moving. Inactivity increases fracture risk more than activity does. The fear of falling is real, but avoiding movement out of fear actually raises your risk, because inactivity leads to muscle loss, poor balance, and more brittle bones. What to do? Focus on safe, purposeful movement. Walking with a cane or walker is better than not walking at all. Chair yoga is better than no yoga. Start with short, supported activities and gradually increase as confidence returns. Your brain and body need repeated evidence that you can move safely. Join a senior-friendly movement class, in person or online. Group participation increases motivation, and it's more fun. 2. Rebuild your trust in your body. Through mindful awareness, osteoporosis often causes people to lose trust in their bodies. That loss can lead to tension, hesitation, and even panic, which make falls more likely. Rebuilding confidence starts with reconnecting to your body, gently. What to do? Practice body awareness exercises. Stand tall with your feet on the ground. Slowly shift weight side to side, front to back. Feel your stability. Breathe deeply. Slow, steady breathing reduces nervous system tension, which directly affects balance and coordination. Repeat a simple phrase daily. My body supports me. I move with care and strength. 3. Modify your environment, not your independence. Living with osteoporosis doesn't mean you have to limit your life. It means you need to shape your environment to match your current needs, to prevent falls, reduce stress, and maintain control. What to do? Install grab bars in the bathroom, non-slip mats, night lights in hallways, and easy-access storage. These are not signs of weakness. They're signs of wisdom. Wear supportive shoes inside the house, not slippers or socks. Keep floors free of cords, rugs, or clutter. Rearrange high shelves or kitchen tools so everything you need is within reach. No more tiptoes or chair climbs. 4. Stay socially connected. Isolation leads to fragility, both physical and emotional. People who feel isolated tend to move less, eat worse, and engage in fewer stimulating activities. This combination accelerates bone loss and reduces motivation for self-care. What to do? Keep regular contact with family, friends, or community groups. Even short daily check-ins reduce stress and increase engagement. Join an osteoporosis support group, in person or online. Sharing stories and solutions helps you feel less alone and more in control. If you're a caregiver, help your loved one stay socially active. Invite neighbors, set up phone calls, or plan weekly outings, even simple ones. 5. Focus on strength, not fear. A mindset shift that changes everything. It's easy to focus on what's at risk, but the more you focus on fear, the more likely you are to become inactive and unsure. Instead, anchor yourself in what you can do, and build from there. What to do? Start each morning by naming 3 things your body can do today, no matter how small. Celebrate small victories. Walking to the mailbox, making your own lunch, doing your stretches. These are not just daily tasks. They are evidence of strength. Say this phrase out loud. I am not fragile. I am adapting. Repeating affirming language literally changes your brain's response to stress and fear. You may have osteoporosis, but you are not broken. You are not fragile glass. You are a living person with strength, adaptability, and purpose. Your bones deserve care. But so do your confidence, your spirit, and your future. Don't let the fear of falling make you miss the joy of moving. If this video gave you a new way of thinking about osteoporosis, beyond the diagnosis, like it, comment with your story or tip, and subscribe to stay strong, steady, and supported every step of the way. See you in the next video.